Alright, today, your diff studs are stripped, snapped because they're rusty, because your Rx7 sits forever because no one gives a frick about them, and you think you're fricked. Let me show you how to fix that. First, get yourself some new ones from a parts car. I recommend doing this first so you know how they come out. This one was a parts car, so I just cut it from the bottom, cut it from the top, and smashed them down through. But, see right there, bead a weld there that I started cutting is a bead. Once you get that bead of weld off, stud comes popping out, just like that. So, yeah, just that bead of weld on top is all that's holding it in there. They are located right under these humps, right in the center of these humps to be exact. Frame rails are right here, so if you can get yourself an angle grinder, cut it around, do that. I use the hole saw because I think it looks a lot neater putting it back together. It's not janky. So there's the hole saw. The hole that I cut out with the hole saw. I used let's see, 2 5/8 inch. You could go a little bit bigger. I didn't know how big to go, so I went this big. That should give me plenty of room to cut that other stud out from the top. I have this drill bit here. It is, what size is this thing? 1 1/8 focus. 1 1/8 that I'm going to be using to cut around, but I think it might have some issues even though it is a metal blade. I don't know if it's going to go through the welds. So I have just a Dremel with just a normal cutting wheel bit on it that I'm going to use to, that's what I started doing here actually, which you can tell it's been cutting pretty good. So try the hole saw because that'd be easiest and no sparks. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go to the Dremel, which I might have to go pick up some more blades because I'm assuming I'm going to break some. So once I get the other set out, I'll show you guys what it's like. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but it has popped out. Cut around those wells on the top, like I said. Used about, I think, 2 or 3 of these grinding wheels on my Dremel. I got a little blanket set up so I don't shoot sparks everywhere all over the interior. But now that it's popped out, I'm just going under here. Let's see, and just smashing with a hammer and popping it out. And there it is, hammered it out from the bottom. Let's see if we can pull it out by hand now. Yep, there it is. So, nice clean hole, nothing's too messed up. Got our new stud from the parts car. I think I'm gonna grind that smooth, maybe. I'm gonna see how it fits inside there. Maybe grind those welds down a little bit more. New bolt is dropped in. I put the nut on under there. Already tightened it down so it is clamped tight. I'm gonna start TIG welding some of that down there. Yeah, let me show you something. Boom, got the TIG out, all welded up. Gonna let it cool before I put the patch panel on. Just make sure nothing catching on fire for some reason if anything's in there. Then I need to get the grinder to this and the wire wheel of that and scrape off some of this sound deadening just so I can get a weld around there. Then I can weld this panel back on. Okay, took a wire wheel to this. Got it all cleaned on the edges. Same here. Cleaned around the edges. A lot of it fell down there, that's why it got pretty dirty on there. Next thing you want to do is just weld your panel in. I think this gap's a little bit too big for the TIG, and the sheet metal's pretty thin, so I'm scared to, I'm not going to do it with the TIG. I don't think it's going to work very well. So I'm going to whip out the MIG and MIG that up, but I'm going to finish that later because I need to start working on other things. I don't feel like getting the MIG out and getting it splattering all over the interior, which is why I use the TIG. So I'm going to do this another time, but from here, just weld up your panel and then you're done. So that's how to replace these stud, and repeat the same thing on the other side of the car if you need to.